You never know what true happiness is till you're married and then it's too late.
Stop shouting at me!
Our sex life is the same. We don't really have one, do we?
We can't turn right here, can we?
Yes!
No, you can't.
Shit! How'd you do it?
14 years ago, ITV embarked on a unique television project to paint an intimate portrait of modern British marriage.
I love being your wife.
Since then, we've been chronicling the lives of our couples from the moment they took their vows.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
Till death do us part.
We've documented the births, the vasectomies,
That was the worst mistake I've ever made in my life.
infidelity,
It was just a horrible, horrible time.
even an attempted suicide.
I just left text saying, take care of the boys.
Their journeys have often been shocking,
It hurts a bit that he doesn't love me.
always revealing,
Bored. We're bored now.
We are a bit bored.
and at times heartbreaking.
Next minute she come out and said, I'm just going to go to the shop and get some cigs. I'll see you in 5 minutes. And I haven't seen her since.
Hey, that was good.
And now, in this series, we catch up with our couples once again, as some are about to embark on their 15th year of marriage.
I think Russell had a midlife crisis, to be honest.
Half of them are no longer together, so who has stayed the course?
You start to wonder if it is going to be okay or not, and are you doing the right thing?
I have thought, I wish I'd never got married.
I think we'll last.
Liverpool, July 1998. 18-year-old Linda Tyson is about to marry Russell Helsby, a man 10 years her senior.
That'll be Kevin, I'm not coming. Hello?
Put someone on the phone.
Who's that?
Who's this you, Linda? I thought it was a kid.
Cheeky guy, he thought I was a kid. I was 16 when I first met Russell.
There was a wedding, and I went to the wedding and she was there.
We were dancing. We just, both of us were like flirting with each other. But like, I was really drunk.
I said, don't dance with me. I said, when my wife's here. I said, like, I'll give you a private dance later.
How long had you known him before he asked you to live with him?
About 3 weeks. I'd known him, but I'd been seeing him about a week. And I'd met him 3 days out of that week.
Can I have this in the car or not?
The dress is stuck on the stairs.
Will you take Russell Andrew Helsby here present for your lawful husband?
I think we'll last.
She went to split up with me. I know she'd want me back and I'd want her back.
Mind you, we got together through having an affair. He says he won't. Probably said that to his ex-wife as well.
Could you move out the back for us, Brett?
I just raised your glass for the toast to Linda and Russell.
Linda and Russell.
Cheers.
This is one of the best days of my life.
Yeah, it's one of my best days of my life.
Should be your best.
Now you need a bit of fat in the fucking pan to start with.
With the excitement of the wedding behind them,
I'm letting it cook like
No,
that.
we don't break it.
life quickly gets back to normal.
Hey, Linda, do you have fucking omelette, you bitch?
Imagine being married and never having arguments, always agreeing with each other.
Oh, lardy-la, shall we have this for tea tonight? Yes, certainly, dear.
If that's not a number 2, you fucking head, and you better run. This is feeling very drafty down the ears, this, Linda. That side to match that side, you know. Where we argue about if we haven't beans or spaghetti. It's better, it's more fun, innit? Fuck's sake! That's it, you go. Brake!
Stop shouting at me!
On the gas, off the clutch.
All right, Russell, don't drag my feet like that. You fucking knob.
I'm helping you. Hold up, stop! Linda, you fucking dimmy! Fucking nutter. What's up with you?
You've got me all nervous.
I've got you nervous. Waste of time.
But beneath the banter lies an unresolved issue.
See it all lit up, all Liverpool.
After having 3 children with his first wife, at 25, Russell had a vasectomy.
I don't want kids now, but I might when I'm older.
When she reaches the age that she does want them, then maybe that might cause a bit of problem. In fact, I think it probably will, won't it?
Confident that vasectomies can be reversed, they've come to discuss it with their GP.
It is a little bit more difficult surgery than vasectomy itself, and the success is about 30%.
Thanks very much for your time. Thank you very much. Thanks. Bye-bye.
still a chance, isn't there?
But only slim.
You cut it, man. Are you?
Yeah. I'm going sick. I didn't think he was going to say anything like that. It won't be as bad for you anyway, because you've got 3 kids. And we might just split up.
Yeah.
In Stratford, East London, professional clairvoyant Madeleine Ainley is buying her wedding dress.
I've never had a wedding dress that I could just pick up in a carrier bag and walk out with.
She's about to get married, but not for the first time.
These are the 2 photographs I've got left of my first wedding. That's George. I was extremely happy.
It was my dad, wasn't it? There was a stable family. My mum, my dad, my brother, and then they split up.
This was the second. Jeff was the milkman.
And she married the milkman from around the corner.
That was husband number 3, who was actually 20 years older than me.
A missionary came round and she fancied him. So she became a Mormon.
This was husband number 4, Jim. I actually knew at that wedding that I was making a big mistake. This was my 5th wedding. That is Tom, who was actually the best man at the wedding. Tom, don't dare go without your wasp thing.
I was worried that, maybe she'd been the sort of person who just had a very cavalier attitude to marriage.
Right, I'll have your bath ready.
Cheers.
I have honestly known in 4 out of the 5 marriages that I was not really doing the right thing.
At 62, it'll be second time around for Tom Brown, a retired civil servant from Yorkshire.
I feel like 72 at the moment.
Unhappily married for 37 years, as a Catholic, Tom felt he couldn't divorce.
There were good times as well as bad, but in general, looking back, I don't have any too happy memories of it. I did have affairs my wife didn't know about, and I do regret not facing up to the fact that I was unhappily married and I was escaping through other relationships. I found what they call encounter groups. It wasn't just group counselling because you had a lot of physical activity as well and often resulted in sex at the same time. Nowadays you'd call them sort of group counselling sessions.
No, nowadays you'd call them orgies.
Well, yes, but in those days it was just a new thing. Hello. Not many people get a chance to be in orgies and things, do they? And it's a wonderful experience.
And you've got it out of your system now.
She's going to kill me for saying it, but believe you me,
Marriage is the union of one man with one woman for life.
Tom is the first person who I've honestly felt totally loved me.
You're now husband and wife. Congratulations.
I really don't care what else goes wrong as long as there's faithfulness in the marriage.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
I love being your wife.
A few months after the wedding, Madeleine is not only persuading Tom to buy a motorhome, but to live in one permanently.
Well, it's 42,000 quid, so it's a bit beyond our price range, I'm afraid. Well, there's nowhere for the telly, you're right.
Nowhere for the telly.
Really? Oops. We're not going to manage our usual position, are we, in this?
Oh, no, that's true. Hang on a minute.
You sit with your head out the roof.
No.
After blowing their £22,000 savings,
yeah, we'll be happy in this one.
it's life on the open road.
Within the first couple of months of having it, we broke the bed, didn't we? Had to go back into the the service place to have the bed mended.
Stuck.
You're joking. So cheers, love. Cheers.
Cheers, love. Here's a...
Now let's get the blooming heater on.
Tom may have accepted living in a van, but marriage is about give and take. And now, it's Madeleine's turn.
I agreed to do this coming to a naturist village with Tom because he agreed to caravanning. So it wouldn't really have been very fair of me to say, no, I'm not doing that when he's done what I wanted to do.
So shall we go then?
Right, well, here goes then.
Good on you. You're all right.
Well, I feel that. It's absolutely necessary in a good marriage to compromise and to see things from the other person's point of view. I've actually forgotten that I was in the nude.
Mike Walker and 22-year-old Liz Dallison were best friends years before they became a couple. Now they're combining marriage with another huge life change.
Sweetest thing. It's incredible to think it's inside my tummy. So perfect. You know, and you can see every little detail from its heartbeat to its hands.
For a brief moment I thought she'd tried to trap me. But in our relationship we talk about things, and I did bring it to her attention. I said, and I came out with it and basically talked about it until I was happy.
Just wait for neck and skin. When I thought about being pregnant, I had always said to him, I'm not going to force you into marrying me because I don't feel that's right. That looks normal.
I would be doing it at some point anyway, making a commitment. And I'm pretty sure it would have been with Liz. Eventually. But it's just brought things a little bit sooner.
At 28, Mike is still living with his parents.
I think married life is going to be a total shock for you. I think it's going to be interesting to see how you cope with caring for another human being, or two human beings. It's going to be very interesting.
You learn when to speak and when not to speak. You have a long and successful marriage.
That's your recipe, is it?
Mm-hmm.
What do you make to the tie?
It's blinding.
Good, isn't it?
Look at the socks.
And the last time your mother will ever iron this shirt, because it'll be Liz's turn after that.
Yeah.
I am physically attracted to him, but I don't know what specifically it is about him. I mean, he's got lovely eyes. You can see into his eyes and tell that he means what he says.
I really have only had one love of my life, and she couldn't cope with how I was, and I lost quite a lot when she went.
You said that she was the love of your life, but this is your future wife sitting here.
Yeah. It's I'm learning to love again, and I think that Liz will teach me how to do that.
It hurts a bit that he doesn't love me, purely because I've always wanted a marriage and a relationship where somebody is totally devoted to me and totally in love with me. But I would rather have what I have with Mike than anything else right now.
I look forward to being married to her. I think I'm going to enjoy it. I think I'm going to learn a lot. I'm going to get my emotion back.
As long as he has love for our child, I think that's what's important.
You may now kiss her.
Come on, you bastards.
Oh, Louise, slow down. We can't turn right here, can we?
Yes.
No, you can't.
Shit, how'd you do it? Fuck.
We'll turn right.
No, I know the way. Don't worry. I know it. You have to
this
go
is-
past the hospital.
Yeah.
Just actually, fuck it, turn right.
Hampshire, and PR consultant Michaela Hunt generally prides herself on her efficiency.
I didn't want to be late.
But her long-term boyfriend, Ben Wadsworth, is sure she's worth the wait.
She's very, very beautiful, and I was really taken from her pretty much from day one for her looks alone, I suppose.
For better, for worse. For better, for worse. I just knew that, he was the one for me. I hope that means that, Ben and I will be together forever.
As long as you both shall live.
I will.
She's a very, very determined person.
And she got a...
When she's got something focused in her mind that she wants, she will go out and she will get it.
Ben and I just flow together. There's not really any kind of conflicts.
I know, it's a bit irritating, isn't it?
Right, not too... Don't drag it. Bloody hell. We just enjoy each other's company, and I think that's important because when we're all kind of like old and wrinkly, I think we'll just be exactly the same.
Well done!
Yeah!
Great stuff. Break that gun open. Safety first.
Bored. We're bored now.
We are a bit bored.
Oh, brilliant. Keep the gun moving.
I think you do get a come down. I think people do have a big come down because it is like, OK, you've now got the next, I don't know, 50-odd years with the same person.
OK, beautiful shooting. Second target.
Kayla's more irritable now.
I'm
if
not
that was
more
at all possible. It's very, very difficult to believe, but I think it's actually happened.
Do you think I am?
Yeah.
So, Gaelic, wonderful shooting.
About a year in to the marriage, you know, things were starting to crack. I got offered a job in Scotland and Ben was going to follow me up and try and get work up in Glasgow. Subconsciously, or even consciously, if I was really, really honest, I knew by moving to Scotland I was putting added pressure on the relationship in an already kind of fragile state. So I think I'd probably pretty much given up at that point. We just grew apart, which is really, really sad.
After just 18 months of marriage, the couple decided that divorce was the only option.
We were very young. I was very career-orientated and very bossy.
I kept saying to Ben, do you know what you're taking on? And it sort of went on deaf ears, didn't it, really?
I was a hormonal Beelzebub.
Just pass me some of that champagne stuff. I just need to keep control of myself, so no one say anything nice to me.
I didn't consider anybody else's feelings.
No, you can't do that.
Yes, you can, Dad.
I can't imagine what it was like being married to me. It was just probably absolutely awful. I don't think anybody goes into the process of getting divorced lightly. It's literally the parting of two people, possessions, everything. You go through periods of thinking, done the right thing, absolutely, really positive, you know, crack on. And then literally the next day you could wake up and think, oh, God, you know, what have I done? You know, what has happened? I'll get emotional now. I don't want to get emotional.
So do you blame yourself then?
Oh, my God, yeah. There's no one else to blame. So, absolutely.
Oh, Linda, I don't know what's going on here, you know.
A year into their marriage, Russell and Linda have moved into a new house.
So anything about electrics, don't you? Just got to figure out where these fucking wires go now.
Russell's got a loose connection, but it's not the only one. His own wires have been snipped, and he's about to go in for an operation to reverse his vasectomy.
Does your mate know anything about electrics?
No.
This will play a big part in like, our future, I think. Whether this works or not. I've got loads of them kind of wires. I'm not going to worry about it because it's not worth worrying about until I find out.
It's just too late back about it.
Linda wants to get an electrician.
You don't know how upset I could get over it. I could be really, like, desperate to
You
have
wouldn't be the first girl in the world who couldn't have kids.
This is what does my head in.
But you wouldn't be, would you? Loads of other couples get round it.
Yeah, but I don't know how I'm going to take it. Maybe they take it better than me.
That's what I mean. You might take it well or you mightn't.
Well, then you just can't say that. It wouldn't split us up because you don't know.
All right, it might split us up. I don't know.
You wind me up when you're like this. I'm not like all these other women who can't have kids.
Pass me that little... Oh, fucking hell. So you think it will split us up?
I'm not saying that, Russell, but that's just your attitude. You like that, oh, it won't split us up, but you don't know.
Russell goes in for the operation, and after 2 hours of delicate surgery, the couple won't know for months whether or not the pain was worth it.
I'll tell you what, it's killing now, you know. Oh. Should have had some paracetamol.
They don't look like two balls. It looks like one big cow pat.
Is that black and blue? I know what they've been doing to me dick.
It's like when you get punched in the nose, your eyes go black, don't they?
Even if it doesn't work, I'm just glad I've tried. No one can accuse me of not trying, can they? You know?
When Mike married Liz a year ago, he said he didn't feel love for her. Despite this, the couple are getting on with life in a new flat in Orpington, Kent.
Oh, you've done it all wrong. You've ruined it.
You did it wrong. I'm going over what you've put down. Well, I had no responsibilities, and all of a sudden, I have a wife, I have a house, I have a baby. And then on top of that, my wife doesn't work, so I'm the breadwinner of the family.
Bread.
What bread?
Bread.
It's quite stressful, actually.
What are you doing now?
Nothing.
You're hovering around the book scratchings.
Having kids might feel overwhelming for Mike, but for Liz, it's a dream come true.
I've just bought a pregnancy testing kit because there may be another little baby on the way next year.
Take notice of me. I'm your dad.
Mike and our relationship, although it might not be 100% built on love, it's always been a stable relationship in that we've always been really good friends and really honest with each other. So really, the more children we have, the more I think it will help solidify our relationship. I think that means we're having another one.
Seriously?
Uh-huh.
Show me.
So it's 2 lines. Means you're having another one.
Show me 2 lines.
So we're having another baby.
4 years into their marriage, Mike and Liz are enjoying a rare day out as a family.
And smile!
With 3-year-old Andrew and 2-year-old James.
Decide what you want to go on, Mike.
The Samurai, Dragon River, Rattlesnake.
About the kids.
About the kids. I think that's when I take them round to see the animals again. You take 2 children to somewhere like this, you can't do what you normally do if you're on your own. That's what Mike doesn't understand.
I tried to be a good dad, but I don't think I'm the best dad I could be. I think I've got a long way to go. Oh, you're all wet. Uh-oh.
I don't... You put it in the bin. You stop being such a child.
As well as his day job in IT, Mike is spending his weekends working as a lighting technician to bring in extra money for the family.
Mike's not around the weekdays, obviously, because he's at work. He sees them for about half an hour in the morning and half an hour in the evening when he comes home from work. When he gets in from the clubs, he sleeps, so he's not awake till lunchtime at weekends.
Having time to yourself is important. It's been difficult convincing Liz of that, because as when we've gone through our rough point, she wants to spend more time with me rather than less.
It's difficult, though, when you're giving emotionally and physically to 2 children all day, to at the end of the day be on your own and not recharge, not for somebody else to give you some of that back. You draw a big red bus.
Although a committed husband and father, connecting with his feelings is something Mike has always struggled to do.
So how do you feel emotionally about the boys?
That's a tough question to answer, because there's little things that they do that make me realise how special they are, but it comes down to an inability to have an emotional attachment to somebody. I think they're the closest I get, but it's still a long way off.
He doesn't have a problem playing with them and being with them and showing them love. Maybe when they're a bit older and they start saying, I love you, Daddy, you know, I'm sure he would say it back. He wouldn't just say, I don't love you.
I'm just kind of like comfortably numb, and something will change at some point. And, you know, the hope is that it would be that I feel something again.
I got an appointment 5:45, 6:15.
For Linda and Russell, it's the moment of truth. They're about to find out whether Russell's vasectomy reversal has been a success.
It's not so good news, I'm afraid. What it says is that they can't see any sperms in their sample. I'm sorry about it, but I think that is the result which has come through, and I've discussed it with the consultant. What do you think?
Is it definitely then no, is it?
Well, to be frank with you, I think it says that they couldn't see any sperms. No sperms at all.
Right, okay.
It's devastating news. The couple are now faced with the prospect of a childless marriage.
You get married because you love the person and you want to have kids with them and that. And you don't even think he is that bothered. You know, you just feel like you just want to be left alone.
Not everyone gets a candle lit, innit, you know? You're gonna fucking blow the candles out in a minute with that look.
I feel like I'm gonna be sick, you know?
I said I've got big shoulders and I'd take it all on board, but I couldn't. I thought to myself, well, I can't do nothing about it. I've tried my best, I've done what I can do. Now where's your option? And that's what I said to her. I said, if you want to go out, if you want to end this relationship now, I said, you can. I said, and then you've still got loads of life left and you go and find someone who can give you the child. That's what you really want.
I felt dead sorry for him then. I was just like, cried even more. I was just like hugging him, wasn't I, for ages? Ow. Is it real?
Huh?
Real gold? Real diamonds?
Yeah. You're dropping it in the fucking curry. You don't even deserve it, you know.
Oh, just a kiss.
Doesn't it look nicer?
I'm sorry.
It's been 2 years since Michaela's 18-month marriage to Ben ended in divorce.
I lived on my own for a period of time, and then I met Steve and fell in love with him.
She started texting me and inviting me around for dinner, and I kind of politely declined, and I think she moved up a gear then.
I kind of hatched a little plan that I was going to get him. I did. He's tall, he's handsome, he's confident. He makes you feel safe, but he still makes you feel sexy. You know, all of those kind of things. He is, like, perfect. Completely.
Do you think that's too good to be true?
No. No, I don't. Because I have compromised slightly. He is an accountant.
The couple have been dating for 2 years, and Steve, who's proving to be quite an exciting accountant, is taking Michaela up in his plane on this, her 31st birthday.
Am I looking for any surprise on my birthday? Well, I'm forever kind of hassling him to ask me to marry him, but I don't think that's going to happen today.
It's been a year she's been asking about it, so that gives you an indication of just how persistent she is.
The more I ask and the more I go on about it, the less likely he's to do it, but I just can't help it, kind of spills out of me. This isn't coping in at all.
I know. I think I can say Michaela is definitely the woman I want to marry, but I will do it when I'm good and ready.
In his own good time. That's the most frustrating thing, in his own good time. Home doesn't interest me, children don't interest me. I really love my animals and, you know, having them around me, but that's about the only kind of, like, domesticated thing about me. I do want children. You know, I am happy to settle down. I'm really worried about Steve because he's 36 this year, and I want quality. I want quality sperm.
The life-changing event was Alex, our eldest, being born. Alex was an accident, but, you know, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Alex's christening, however, was planned to perfection.
No one suspected because I was wearing trousers. We did the christening ceremony, and at the end of it, the vicar said, Steve and Michaela are going to get married. Ooh, I'll cry again. The church just was like an uproar, so just a complete surprise for everybody. It was absolutely fantastic.
And 2 years after Alex came James.
Children get in the way a bit. Not that well, no, I don't particularly like children that much. I mean, I would have liked a third, because it would be quite nice to have a little girl. Come on. I don't want it. And I did bully you for quite a while, didn't I, about it, to get him to change his mind. Right, 3, 2... But you did dig your heels in, and there is a point where you have to think, if he really doesn't want one, he really doesn't want one.
Gotcha!
So, no, that is it now.
Yeah.
So we got a dog.
So, 5 years after tying the knot, is it for better or for worse?
Oh, my
Definitely for
goodness,
better.
it's all for better,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Completely.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't live without me, can you?
Like many childless couples, Linda and Russell can spend their time, energy and money spoiling themselves.
Oh my God!
4 years into their marriage, for Russell, keeping his young wife amused is proving an uphill struggle.
Oh God! Russell! I get bored so easy.
She does get bored. It's like when we went scrambling. She's all up for it. She gets this. She has 2 goes around the track on the...
What are we doing now?
Quad.
Russell! Can we go, please?
Yeah,
I'm too cold.
Come on, then. The wife's had enough now.
But even being taken on exotic holidays gives Linda the hump.
I'm not one bit happy about this. That can't be safe, that. Why is it making that noise?
Yes, sit down.
I just want to do something.
In what way?
Like travelling or something, just doing something. I don't want to do this!
We'll go travelling, but 2 weeks at a time.
That isn't travelling.
It is
you
travelling,
can't call
isn't
that travelling. Oh no, this is horrible. I'm travelling and he's staying here.
Where?
I might go and never come back.
Don't be talking stupid, Linda. That's,
In case
that's
he
being...
doesn't come back.
No, that's being stupid. Well, yeah, then I tell you what. Go and don't come fucking back, right? Talking to me like fucking knobhead sitting here. Hey. Do you think I am a fucking knobhead or something, Linda?
You've just
I won't.
done it. Don't put all that in.
Well, you're fucking starting this, what you will put in it, right?
Just need to go away and just start all over again. So that's what I feel like doing. Just starting all over. Go backpacking or something, go travelling. There's nothing here, is there?
Met really quick. Moved in quite quick. And we got married, 2 years after we met. And it was all really quick. So the chances of, you can meet someone and then you could find out after the lust and that's gone that you're not the right people. But luckily enough, we were.
After 7 years of marriage, Linda and Russell have surprised everyone.
Well, I get it still with that fella, waiting for me to say it now. And I go, my husband, yeah.
Oh, I get that a lot, yeah.
And Linda's itchy feet are contentedly treading a career path.
My new job's a trainee dental nurse in a dental hospital. A 2-year course. Perfect.
We ready? I'm made up. She's found something she likes. She's found a dream job, hasn't she? I can't think where to put my car key.
What's that in your hands?
That's my house key.
Have you got them?
No.
Russell, you better find them.
But what of the time bomb ticking away in their relationship?
Where is it?
It's that way. Go straight up.
Russell's inability to have children.
At the moment, we're both happy the way we are. We don't want kids at
Yeah.
the moment, apart from the kids I've got already, my free.
I want to have kids. I'm not growing old without kids. I can't see myself with them, you just get a feeling. I can't. It doesn't bother me.
I didn't know you had accepted it really. I thought at the back of your mind, you always thought that you will have kids. Have you accepted it now?
Yeah,
Have
for
you?
a while now, a long time.
Well,
Tell them I can't
good
stop.
luck. See you soon.
But for Russell and Linda, their marriage was about to take a totally unexpected turn.
Tom, can you get me some more chips, please? And after that, can you get me another tray of fish?
Tom and Madeline have been married for 7 years. 2 years ago, they came out of retirement to run Madeline's fish and chip shop in Yorkshire and have been slaving away in it ever since.
Tom, can you bring me a sausage round? I'll do one battered sausage.
Now, these are £25 bags of potatoes. When I first started the job, I couldn't even lift one of those.
Says it's giving him a new lease of life, but that's scary because it's killing me.
The trouble with this job is that Madeline gets very, very tired indeed, so other aspects of life have to take a bit of a back seat.
Tom isn't particularly happy with our sex lives at the moment. You know, I come out the fish shop on a Saturday night on my knees, and Tom will say, "Will you put a nice sexy night on and let me take 100 photographs of you?" And I think, what?
When you've been in a relationship a fair time, you do get a bit stale, and you think, gosh, is this it for the rest of my life, you know?
One night, Madeline is left holding the fort while Tom takes a trip down to London.
Hello, Whitechapel. Quite happy to be back in London. Nobody knows you. Can do what you want. My sort of life, really. You know.
You never know what Tom's up to. Could be doing anything, especially in London. Well, here we are on the lonely campsite. Right this minute, I'm not particularly happy on my own in a somewhat cold motorhome.
I want to be a slave. She's the kind of woman makes me want to misbehave. She said, I'll give you what you want, boy. Let's make it understood. If you want me bad, Jim, you gotta be good.
We've been together almost 7 years. We spent most of that time in motorhomes, actually. So we're either in here, living on top of each other, or we're in the fish and chip shop, working together. And I think you need to have a really, really strong relationship to be able to cope with that. He says that our sex life is definitely not going anywhere, so he threatened to divorce me if I didn't get myself a boyfriend.
So what did you say to that?
I cried all night. And then the next day he said he was sorry he'd said it, and then the next night he said it again, so I cried all night again. And this went on for about a week, and then in the end I thought, OK then. I've heard you.
Madeline tells me that you want her to take a boyfriend.
That's about her enjoying herself.
But you're her husband.
I'm a husband, yes. But what does that mean? I mean, does it mean I've got to be everything she wants and desires?
So are you saying that you don't think you're the right person for her?
Sexually, no.
It's not very flattering when your husband tells you that he wants you to go out and get yourself a boyfriend, you know.
You don't think you're the right person for Madeline?
No. Absolutely not. I don't even know whether committing yourself to somebody for the rest of your life is a good idea. I think you should just, especially at our age, I mean, look, I'm nearly 70. I mean, if I've got 10 years left, it's the most I've got. So why can't I go out and enjoy myself in the last 10 years, you know? And if I have a different woman every year, then fair enough, you know. It's not for better, for worse, forever and ever. Because these days, that's just not true.
A few months later, after more bitter arguments, Tom left in the middle of the night, and he didn't come back. 13 years since her first time, Liz is pregnant again.
Do you want me to do the onion?
Yeah.
The couple are still living in the same flat near Orpington, Kent, with their 2 children, Andrew, now 12, and 11-year-old James.
When James started school, he would have tantrums and break things and throw things and have no regard for teachers at all.
You just do that, will you?
I didn't do that.
What about me?
You did, yeah, I didn't do it. Don't blame me for
Calm down.
It ended up that he was diagnosed with autism and ADHD. And then Andrew was diagnosed a little bit after James, I think. Don't rub your eyes, you've just been touching onion, you pillock. And I think it was only after the boys were diagnosed that we actually would kind of point out things that you did or you said or how you behaved. And that's when we started looking at whether Mike might have autistic traits.
I tell you to calm down, don't keep going.
I don't do family evenings. That's not my thing.
I've learned a lot from them being diagnosed.
Autism is
Something where you find it difficult to do certain things.
I use words like numb and kind of sort of empty.
Let me talk about this. I know everything about autism because I am the most autistic.
The more autistic you are, the more, not selfish, but self-centred you are.
Yeah, but I'm most autistic.
Yeah,
Now, put that down, put that down, put that down. Put that down!
They're on the autistic spectrum. I probably am. Actually, that's quite a relief, because that explains a lot.
Are you good children?
Most of the time. We've got autism. No.
It's taken 13 years to realise that, you know, that I do have some kind of deep feelings for Liz, that I do love her. I do love her, yes.
Come here. I think we are at a point where we're at our happiest. Our marriage works for us, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we're still working on it.
Yeah.
So it's not we've got to this point and now that's it, we've got a successful marriage, now we stop.
Yeah.
We're still working.
It's work in
We're still
progress.
working at it, we're still talking, compromising, deciding
Learning
together.
about each other.
Yeah. So it's not something that's got to a point and stopped.
No. Come here.
Liz is my companion and we're going to face everything together.
Say, I love
No,
you.
I can't say that.
Say it.
No, I can't say that. Just once. No, God. No, because it'll be on the telly.
Well,
and everybody will know.
Keep it secret. Daddy, when you got your trousers on.
In the early hours of November the 8th, 2011, Liz gave birth to her third child, Arthur Thomas Walker.
Say, Dad, I'm all clean now. There you go.
One of the things that I've learnt from my kids is you need to think about somebody else first. And Liz loves kids. She still wants 6 children. She always has done. She always will do. And she supports me in everything that I want to do. So this is my support for her to have number 3, and if number 4 and number 5 and number 6 come along, then that's what's going to happen.
Mike is a completely different person now. He's fantastic. He's really changed. And I've got another one of my 6 children. I've got 3 out of 6. We're halfway there.
In 2005, Tom walked out on Madeline after 7 years of marriage.
It just felt like the bottom once again had fallen out of my somewhat fragile world, and here I go again, another failed marriage.
Well, this was a very difficult part of our life. It really was, I suppose, having a bit of a breakdown, really, you know. I just felt shattered.
He was actually answering Lonely Heart columns.
I did put an advert in The Guardian and got 1 or 2 responses, and I met a couple of them.
I don't think things went too well for Tom with his little dalliance down in London.
My head was in such a state, you know, I can't even remember who she was or what her name was.
I felt absolutely dreadful, and I just felt desperate. I took my rings off and called him all sorts of names, and it was just a horrible, horrible time.
I was very unhappy, so I'm glad it's over.
Madeline now lives in Norfolk and still works as a clairvoyant.
I'll take my wrap.
And today she's off to Venice.
It's the most beautiful city.
For the past 30 years, Madeline has believed that when she's found the right man, she'll ride with him in a gondola. But despite 6 marriages, her prediction has never come true.
Every time I've nearly gone on one before with clearly the wrong man, something's gone wrong. Oh, how lovely is that? In a gondola at last. And you also in a gondola at last.
Without even getting my feet wet.
We were split up for approximately 3 months, but it felt more like 3 years. I just could not accept we're splitting up, because part of me thought, no, Tom is the right one, I know he's the right one. So after I'd done a lot of swearing at him down the phone and we'd done a lot of telling each other what we thought of each other, we did decide to start seeing each other again thank goodness. 30 years is a long time to have a little dream in your head that you've never fulfilled.
Our relationship has changed for the better, I think, as these things often do, don't they? You have a big bust-up and you realise you've made mistakes on both sides.
Beautiful, isn't it, Tom? For the first few years back together, it was like a honeymoon, wasn't it?
It was. There's a long way to go, and if I hadn't got on the gondola, I would not have been the right man.
Tom is everything rolled into one to me. He's like my best friend, my dad, my lover, my soulmate, my husband, my best friend, and the person who makes me laugh more than anybody.
She's full of fun, you know. She loves having a laugh, and she's beautiful, you know. And she enjoys sex. Of course, it's not quite as frequent now, you know. It's gone from 3 times a day to 3 times a year, is it? Something like that.
Once a week, otherwise you get moody.
Once a week.
Once a week's too often for me, but not enough for Tom, so I think that that's fair. Tom and I are probably enjoying life now better than we ever have. I'm a little bit scared because whenever I've had good, it's all gone wrong. But I try to not let anybody know that it's as good as it is, but it is good. Don't tell anybody, but it's good.
Next time, we find out what happened to Linda and Russell.
She was on the floor in the bedroom, she was crying.
It was hard. I'm not going to lie, it was really hard.
What of the fate of our other couples?
From the first moment I saw him, I knew I wanted to spend the rest of my life with him.
I said to Denise, I don't marry you for your passport.
I know that our marriage is genuine.
I'm not going to have any more children. I think the big word is no.
And we meet the newlyweds as they start their journey together.
Personally, I don't think I foresee any problems with married life.
For Better for Worse concludes next week. Next, Kiefer Sutherland and Amanda Seyfried. It's the Jonathan Ross Show.